Hello and welcome to Let's Put on a show about musicals, theater, and musical theater by someone who's not super in any of those things.
And someone who really, really is.
And for the first time, Let's Put on a Show first, our special guest, Lane.
Hello.
Yeah. So who are you?
I am somewhere in between the two of you.
Ah, very good.
I like theater, but I don't quite love it
Gotcha.
as much as some people.
You're not a...
Hi.
you're an enthusiast, but not, as we say, a lifer.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we, at various times, have, in the past week, experienced Mamma Mia live.
At the Fifth Avenue Theater.
At
Yes,
the Fifth
we
Avenue
have.
Theater here in sunny downtown Seattle. It is actually sunny today, so that's not ironic
that's a
for
shock.
once.
That's a shock.
So, yeah, Mamma Mia. Here we go with Mamma Mia for the first time.
It's a musical based on the music of ABBA, and that's about it. Like
That's
all you need to know.
yeah,
right.
the
Okay,
loose-
bye, folks.
The loose plot is this girl Sophie is getting married, and she wants her father to walk her down the aisle. The problem is she doesn't know who her father is.
Because her mom raised her solo.
Because her mom raised her solo. And after reading her mom's diary, she finds out it could be one of three men. So she does the only logical thing and invites all three of them to her wedding.
Yeah, without telling any of them why they're invited, and without saying that she's the one that invited them, and without telling her mom
Or her fiance.
or her fiance.
Because this is the perfect thing to do.
Oh yeah,
Nothing
this
could go
is-
wrong.
This is fucking A+ problem solving from our Sophie here. So that let's quickly go through the rest of the plot, and then we'll start to get into the nitty gritty.
Okay. So one thing that should be noted is like the characters come in trios. You have the three dads, you have Donna and her two friends, and
Who
you
are?
have
I'll just throw this out here. Sorry, Donna and her three friends. I was thinking. Sorry, go on.
Donna
sorry.
and her two friends. Donna is Sophie's mother, and she has her two friends, Rosie and Tanya. And then you have Sophie and her two friends, Allie and Lisa. And then you have Sky and his two buddies, Pepper and
Eddie?
Eddie. Yes, Eddie.
Now here's where we're gonna start to get into some stuff. So Sophie and her two friends. Sophie has a bit of character. Her two friends are complete non-entities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sky.
Yeah, Sky.
Sky is the
Sky's the fiance.
Sky is the male of our breeding pair, and his two friends also basically non-entities, but they're lecherous non-entities. So that's fun. That's a cool change. Anyway, keep going.
So, all of these characters come in threes, because that works for some reason.
It can.
And so the show opens with Sophie's two friends arriving, and then the dads arrive, and Sophie's just like, "Oh my god, you guys actually came!" And then Donna discovers them and is just like, "Why the f- are you here?
What's
I
happening?"
hate you. Why are you here?" Because they all broke her heart in varying ways, especially Sam.
Yeah, Sam being
Sam
American.
being. It depends on the production. Like in the movie, he was Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah,
That happened.
that
It happened.
that giant bundle of charisma, Pierce Brosnan.
He acted well.
Yeah.
I can't say anything about his singing.
Yeah, let's put it this way: he's no Russell Crowe.
So in our production, he was played by Paolo Montalban,
Yeah.
who was in the 90s version of Cinderella by Rodgers and Hammerstein, the one with Whoopi Goldberg and Brandy and Whitney Houston.
I'm raising my hands. I've never seen it.
It was a made-for-TV thing.
That explains it.
Anyway, he's very pretty and can sing.
Yeah.
And so he plays Sam, and then the two other dads are Harry and Bill. And they all, after they see Donna, everyone kind of goes off and does their own thing until Sophie's bachelorette party, where all three of the dads realize that, oh shit, that's my daughter,
Yeah.
due to exposition.
Yeah. And in one of the only moments in the play that elicited a smile and a laugh from me, Bill literally just runs away from the party. He's like, "Oh no, the plot is happening! Run!"
Done.
Yeah, I'm done here. I'm out.
And so this is all doing during the song Voulez-vous, that this whole thing takes place. And then we're at intermission.
Yep.
There's not a whole lot of plot.
No, there really isn't.
No.
Act
anyway.
2 opens on Sophie having a nightmare, because
A really
she's
freaky nightmare.
a really
Yeah.
freaky nightmare involving people in wetsuits. And
Yeah.
Flippers and...
And like, ugh.
anyway, After that, you know, Donna finds her sleepwalking and is just like, we can still call this off. And so she's like, that's not what I want, that's what you want. You know, and runs away.
Yep.
And then she decides to tell Sky what she's done, and Sky's just like, I wish you'd told me.
Like, why didn't you have
and then
the modicum of sense to tell the person you're going to marry about this?
Yeah.
And
yeah, communication is key here. And then Sam finds her arguing with Sky and sings breaking not breaking up is hard to do, that's a different song.
No, that's a different song.
Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Knowing Me, Knowing You. Which, you know, it's
which is one of my favorite lines in that show, which is, I've got 20 years of advice and I have to cram into 2 minutes, so hear me out.
yeah, that's a good line. Anyway, keep going.
And then we come on to Donna with her just in her bedroom, and she's visited by Harry, who they reminisce singing the song "Our Last Summer." And I realize I'm mentioning songs and I didn't do this in the first act.
Yeah, whatever.
And then Sam comes in, they sing Winner Takes It All, or Kendra Kassenbaum, who plays Donna, sings Winner Takes It All at him.
Like you do.
Like you do. And then Sophie comes in and says, will you help me get ready? And they do, singing, what's the name of the
One
song?
of those songs.
One of those songs.
One of them Abatunes.
Yeah.
By them
one
Swedes.
of them slow Abatunes.
Yeah,
one of
slow
them
and low
ballads.
Abatunes.
And then we have the wedding.
Come on down
And-
to Richter's Grill. Get some low and slow Abatunes at Rick's Abattoir. Sorry, that was weird. Let's go.
So anyway, at the wedding, you know, everything comes to a head. It's revealed, you know, Donna doesn't know which of the dads it is. They're all just like, I don't care. I'm happy I found you. Blah, 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 blah.
Ha ha ha. Medical history isn't important.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
Nah. We got Wub.
And then, you know, everyone runs off stage singing, and then it's over. And then there's an encore.
A solid, like, 15...
12-minute encore.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Where they
Like-
come out, like, they'll come out and do the curtain call, and then the leads run off,
And at this point, Rob is like, oh, good, it's over.
and the leads run off, and then the chorus goes into a reprise of Dancing Queen, doing a really cool, like, dance routine. And then that's over, then Donna and her backup girls come up in the rhinestone jumpsuits.
Yeah.
And sing, or no, they did Mamma
Dancing
Mia,
Queen.
and then they did Dancing Queen.
Yeah.
And then that gets over. The dads come up in the jumpsuits and they sing Waterloo. And then it's over.
And then it's over. And then we leave.
And then we leave and went to a bar and got very, very drunk.
Yeah. Radiator Whiskey in downtown Seattle is your one-stop shop for whiskey.
And nothing else.
And also...
And tachos.
Yeah, tachos, which is like nachos, but with tater tots. So better, I guess?
They were really good.
They were good. Anyway, this show is now sponsored by Radiator Whiskey. It's not. So, that's the plot. Such as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my thing about this is, like, I've seen the movie and I've seen this production. And the movie's great. They changed a lot of things. They cut, like, 4 songs, changed the order, changed who sang what. So there's not really too much of a comparison for me.
Yeah.
But in this production, like, everyone tried their little hearts out, and I love everyone.
Oh, yeah. All the actors are trying.
They did a good job.
They did
a good job.
They get a gold star.
But by leagues, Kendra Kassenbaum was the best part of that show. Like, she also, at the 5th, played Mother in the production of Ragtime that happened back in...
October?
November?
November? Sometime in the fall.
I don't know.
It was the second show. It was after Something Rotten.
Okay.
So, probably October. We could look it up if we needed to.
Yeah. But, so... That's good. I kept getting distracted by the guy in the chorus with the braids that kept whipping them around.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
cool.
he was awesome.
Yeah, he was cool. Now, I'm going to introduce a term of art, if I may. Kind of. It's something that I think Roger Ebert came up with. Idiot plot. This is a plot that only works
Because everyone's
because
an idiot.
everyone in it
Yeah.
is an idiot. No one makes a logical or adult decision in the
Ever.
entire course of the play. Stupid. This play, not to beat around the bush, this play is stupid.
With a capital S?
Capital S stupid. It's every single
is-
character in it is an idiot, an asshole, a nonentity, or some combination of the three.
And there's not a lot of plot to speak of either.
No, you could, if the book for this show wasn't banged out in a weekend, I I don't know what happened.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure this was just someone hit randomize on an ABBA playlist and was just like, let's link these together.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I don't know. Grease? Sure. A wedding? Fine. Let's have like all the characters group into 3 so that we can do the Freudian, trio of the superego who's like logical and calm, and the ego who like mediates the other 2, and the id who's always crazy and wacky. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Literally all of the trios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Sky and his bros, because the 2 bros don't have enough personality.
No.
To
One
be
of them
considered
gets
characters.
one of them gets to sing "Does Your Mother Know That You're Out?"
And oh god, that super grody line. It was like, if you're old enough to be my mother, then call me Oedipus. It's like, oh god. Like, okay, so we were with an audience that really was into it. Like it felt like watching a taping of a network sitcom.
Oh God.
Where it was like everyone like laughs hugely and uproariously at every stupid joke. Whenever characters entered, there was like a round of applause, which was really weird. And even that line, there was just this from the audience, oh god, that's horrible.
Yeah, and I should mention I've seen it twice.
Oh yeah, I only saw it once.
I saw one preview and then I saw opening night, and the opening night performance was better.
Yes, it was.
Oh, we saw a preview?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys saw a preview,
okay.
and then I was there on opening night as well.
That makes sense. That makes some sense.
Yeah.
But, still.
They didn't change much. They just tightened up, and the jokes landed a lot
so
better.
much better.
Yeah, like, it was weird. Like, it felt to me like everyone who was, like, delivering the joke was like, man, this is the funniest shit. It's gonna land like a fucking bomb. And it didn't, kinda. Mm-hmm. It was like, ha ha ha, funny thing. And everyone, like, well, at least I was like, huh?
That was supposed to be a joke?
That was a joke? Okay. Or, like,
Yeah.
it was clearly intended to be a joke based on how they delivered it. But it's sort of like someone, like, just delivering a random part of the sentence like it's supposed to be humorous.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay, so...
There's a few circular jokes that also didn't land.
Mm-hmm. Like running go, Jack? Yeah.
Like not even a running gag. Like a running gag, it's mentioned multiple times. Circular jokes are just usually twice in the show.
Oh, okay. So setup and payoff, basically.
Yeah, setup and payoff. It's like the "that's disgusting" joke from Newsies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
And it's like, one of them is just the line at "typical man." It's said once in the beginning by Sophie's friend, and it's said once at the end by Rosie. Mm-hmm. And it didn't pay off. Like,
no. This entire play kind of doesn't pay off.
And the movie's the same way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're not ragging on the live
No,
production.
not
We're
at all.
ragging on the content of Mamma
The content
Mia.
of Mamma Mia.
Exists.
It
and
exists.
that's kind of all that it does.
If you like ABBA music and bright colors,
And glitter.
go see it.
If you would be entertained by someone jangling keys in your face while Dancing Queen plays, you're in business. Now, here's what I kind of want to talk about is you informed me of this, that this is the highest grossing musical of all time.
Yep.
Yes.
I looked it up. Apparently, there are 7 productions of Mamma Mia going on. Like, there's 7 performances every day of Mamma Mia worldwide.
I believe that.
That is just heartbreaking for me.
It ran 13 years on Broadway.
Yeah, isn't it still?
No.
No.
No,
It closed.
Oh, good. But
Because
it's now playing
because
like,
one woman
everywhere.
played Donna almost the entire run until like the last year she switched over to playing Tanya.
Jesus.
And now she's playing Diana Goodman in a production of Next to Normal in Syracuse.
Fair enough, I guess.
Like that
But
that's a switch.
That's
Okay.
That's probably a good move.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Next to Normal, but
it's
I imagine
a
it's
very
better.
heavy piece.
It sounds better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I like ABBA. Don't get me wrong, but we talked about this a little bit. What is the purpose of singing in a play?
Usually to advance plot or do exposition or internal monologue.
Yeah, to kind of elucidate someone's motives or their feelings at a given time, or to like have key exposition play out, like have people kind of go, this is what's happening right now, in a way that is cheaper than actually like doing a full-on version of it. And then there's the third category, which is just for the fuck of it. And
Which
it feels
is
like
this show.
is just for the fuck of it, the show. You can just listen to ABBA
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have Kendra Kassenbaum.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I love her. I saw her in Ragtime. I saw her in Wicked. Like,
Yeah.
she is amazing, and I love her.
And I'll grant you that, but like just like an ABBA cover album with Broadway people. Would that be better or worse? Or a review? Do a review.
Yeah, that would be.
Do an ABBA review.
But I liked, like, from a I could get really drunk and watch this standpoint, like,
All right.
it's entertaining to watch. Like, as long as you're not trying to read into it.
Fair enough. And to be fair, I'm very rarely not trying to read into things.
Yeah.
So
No,
there's
and that's something I'm learning to do is just take things at face value, which that's all the show has.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
There's nothing behind it.
Yeah.
It's just sparkles and glitter and
the
bouncy
set was
music.
amazing. Like,
the set
God,
was,
yeah.
the set was super cool. Like, I'll grant you that.
like it was
It's-
completely reimagined from any other production.
Yeah.
And like
It had like nifty openings and like trapdoors and stuff.
and lifts and rainbow lights
And
and
it-
glitter.
Yeah, and it manages to kind of look like every location they need. Like,
Yeah.
it looks like the inside of the taverna. It looks like the docks, because the docks are kind of next to the taverna.
Mm-hmm.
When they pull out lawn chairs, suddenly it's on the beach, you know.
Yeah.
And that's very well done. And that's all cool. Like, production design-wise, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the actors are doing a good job. But the show is so... I find it, like... This might just be because I am outside the target demographic. But if I was inside the target demographic, I feel like I would be more offended. Because it's like, this is what you think I want? Something that's, like, genetically engineered to be, like, formless and kind of airy and with nothing... There's no edges.
Well, it came out during the recession. Like that's the one thing we
Okay.
need to remember
that's,
here.
That's actually a very good point. Yeah.
And in the recession, there wasn't a lot of heavy musicals done, and a lot of things didn't get
No.
revived. And there was one year where like every musical that came out had been nominated for a Tony, and there was
Oh,
like
God.
3 of them.
Wow. That's
And-
that's fair. That's actually a really good point. Like that.
And this was in the height of the recession when people just wanted formless, happy, glittery fluff.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to think about my stock portfolio because
It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, what stock portfolio?
This show is an escape in that manner from
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
point in time.
That's entirely fair. That's a really good point. Yeah, that's something to think about. But like the fact that it is sort of continued, like its inertia from that time has allowed it to just keep going is really odd to me, because I would think eventually, and now they're making a fucking film sequel.
Yeah,
Sequel,
that's
prequel, whatever we
whatever
want to
it
call
is
it.
that
It's a
I'm
prequel.
that I will go see just because I want to see how much of a train wreck it's going to be. And like, don't get me wrong,
so
I
good.
love everyone involved in the project. Like, I am the biggest Colin Firth fan person you will ever meet.
Yeah,
But-
Colin Firth is good.
Colin Firth is the best part of those movies for me.
He's the best part of most movies he's in.
Yeah.
He's got that going for him, which is nice.
But anyway, like, I want to go see the movie because he's in it, but then it's just kind of like, it's just going to be more ABBA songs. And, like, I'm sure it'll be cinematically beautiful. Like the first one was too.
Yeah,
But
just soulless.
soulless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's soulless. That's how I would kind of put it. Also, it came out in 1999, which was like the height of the bull market. So the musical started in 1999.
oh.
So that was like right after Clinton. So the economy was booming, actually. So
I thought 98 was one of the crashes.
I don't think so. Like the entire economy was like doing really well going into, Bush Jr. And then
Yeah.
9/11 happened.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess the fact that it kind of became a cultural force, that I can kind of associate with 9/11. And yes, I am blaming 9/11 for Mamma Mia. Bush did Mamma Mia.
Is that our new tagline?
Yes.
Bush did Mamma Mia.
That
Put on a
bumper
show.
sticker.
Bush did Mamma Mia. But yeah, but that I can see that, like, it's 9/11. It's scary times. Like, it's been like the biggest terrorist attack on American soil. And Mamma Mia has just come out in London in 99. when did it
I
start?
think 01 it transferred to Broadway.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, it opened on October 18th, 2001.
Oh,
man, Bush
That
did
would-
Mamma Mia.
Bush did Mamma Mia.
Yeah. So that I can see. And then it just sort of acquired enough inertia of like, oh, have you seen Mamma Mia? I have. You should see a Mamma Mia as well because I like things that I remember. That keep going. And I'm sorry for being so bitter about this, but I'm bitter about this. Anyway.
And like everyone I've talked to about this show who's seen the production we saw is at least 20 years older than us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh yeah, I loved that music back in the day, and that's why we're here, and it's glittery and happy, and I wasn't expecting much, but I'm absolutely floored by this. And then you have us who are trying to read into it stuff that's not there.
Yeah. I feel like there's a level of nostalgia factor in this show that speaks to that older generation that we're just kind of looking at, and it just sort of is there.
True. There is that. Like, but it's possible to like something while acknowledging flaws. Like, I like a lot of things that are just like on their own bad.
I think we hit on this like every podcast.
Every time. It is possible to like something and still say
This is terrible.
This is terrible, or even just this has flaws. It's just that the flaws don't add up to enough to make me not like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the example I used was The Phantom with Billy Zane. That is not a very good movie. That movie has like some weird problems and some weird politics, and it's weird that it got made when it did. But I like it. Yeah, I like it because I saw it when I was a kid, so I have that nostalgia factor.
Mm-hmm. It's like me in the movie Periscope Down.
Down Periscope.
Down Periscope.
Yeah,
I
but
always do that.
That's a funny movie though. It's like
it's a funny movie, but it's super sexist.
Oh, that's true. But there's also just, I don't think we should give command of a nuclear submarine to a man
who
with
has
welcome aboard tattooed on his penis. Yeah.
I have never seen this movie, so I'm just going to sit here and let you
Yeah.
talk.
This
sorry,
line was
yeah.
said about Kelsey Grammer.
Yep. That's fair. It does. Now you're imagining Kelsey Grammer's penis, viewers at home.
That's not where I was going with that.
He played Beast.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
That's just some fun trivia. He's also fairly Republican, so that's fun. Nice guy though.
He's
Anyway.
fairly Republican, but was in La Cage aux Folles. So hey,
to be fair, that's yeah. Anyway, so moving back to Mamma Mia. You were saying reading into things that aren't there. I'm going to say that they are there. They're just not intentional. Sometimes. Like, you can overread everything, and then all of a sudden, bam, Mamma Mia is a metaphor for the Cold War. Or, everyone is dead, and they're all in purgatory, or whatever. That actually makes a weird amount of sense. But let's move past that.
Yeah, not go there.
But, yeah, so moving back a little bit to everyone is an idiot or an asshole. I mean everyone. Like, the main character, Sophie.
Who actually, the main character is Donna.
That's true. Okay,
Yeah.
Like, the plot
one half
revolves around
of our
Sophie.
breeding pair, Sophie. She's the hero in the Much Ado About Nothing sense.
Yeah.
She goes, reads her mom's diary, bad, and then looks up a bunch of her mom's old sexual partners, bad. Sorry, ... partners. ... Anyway,
That's what they did in the old days. Sorry, that's an actual
That's
quote
the-
from the
yeah,
show,
I know.
not how I feel.
But anyway, so they looks up her old sexual partners, bad. Gets in touch with them without informing her mom, bad. And then, that all snowballs from there. However, Donna doesn't tell her daughter about her father, bad, despite her clearly wanting to know about her father, worse, and just won't have an adult conversation with her about this. And yes, I am taking this personally because I was raised by a single mom, and I did have this conversation with my mom, and my mom has, some issues, but she was like, okay, I want you to know who your father is. Like, it is important to you that you know, so I'm going to do this because it is something that affects you and doesn't really affect me. So the fact that her mom is just like, no, I'm not going to tell you anything. That's super duper bad. Mm-hmm. Like, that's really shitty. A shitty thing to do. But then it gets worse because when Sophie talks to Sky about it, Sky basically says,
We've been over this. You don't need to know your father. I'm here.
yeah, which is like,
What
that's
are straight people?
that's really getting into like, no, I'll be your daddy. Which is like,
I mean, you got the Oedipus joke. Why not go the other way?
yeah, yeah. Oh, there's another word for that. Oh crap, I can't remember the Greek character. Yeah, whatever. I'll remember at some point. But like, and then just everyone else really just kind of bumbles around and dances and sings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the world gets a little bit closer to just falling into the sun. Anyway, Lane, do you have any insights you would like to share about Mamma Mia?
Is there insight to share about Mamma Mia?
I don't know. Do you think that Benny and Bjorn are like proud of this?
Yeah,
they've done.
they were in the film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like they cameoed.
Huh. They've done like good musicals though. They did Chess. Did they both do Chess or?
Benny and Bjorn did Chess. Thing about Chess is a whole nother podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It has never been the same script twice. Every production, it gets changed radically.
Fair.
Like so there's the DVD that you can get from PBS where they did the concert version with Josh Groban and Adam Pascal and Idina Menzel and
I believe you mean Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem, yes.
No, I'm not letting that go. Go.
And it's great, but then I was watching they're mounting it at Kennedy or Lincoln Center. With a whole new cast. Raul Esparza's there, Ramin Karimlou's there, Karen Olivo is there. And I was listening, and the music, like, different people sing the songs now. Like in the one in the DVD version, Where I Want to Be is Anatoly's solo, and then in the one that I saw there, it was being a duet between him and Florence.
Huh.
Okay.
And so I'm just
really...
like, and I could be totally wrong, this was just a rehearsal video, but like, it seems to have changed radically again. And like, you can look up this history going all the way back to like, I know Anthony Stewart Head was part of it at one point, so was Murray, his brother.
Murray Head was the one that sang like in that awesomely bad music video version of
One Night in Bangkok.
Oh, God.
And it's like, hey, is that Giles? Oh, no, it's off-brand Giles.
Yeah. But no, One Night in Bangkok, if done right, like on the DVD, was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh yeah, no, and the music video is very fun. It's funny, but it's fun.
But anyway, so Chess is not an example of a good musical. It is a musical.
Okay, it's a better musical. How about that?
There is more to it, yes.
Yeah, I guess I'd say the music. I mean, granted, this is the problem with jukebox musicals in general. Is that when you're doing a musical, you ideally want your songs to be somewhat tailored to the situation in which they are sung. Mm-hmm. Like, just as an example, What the Fuck from that? What the fuck was that? From the Evil Dead musical. Happens right after something, What the fuck was that worthy happens. And it like kind of goes into how they're feeling, what they're going to do about it. When you're doing a jukebox musical, the best you can get is vaguely relevant. Right? Unless you like tailor all the situations to kind of be specifically about.
And then you get Rock of Ages.
And then you get Rock of Ages.
Yeah.
Which, don't watch that movie. Just don't.
Just don't.
Talk to your doctor
Forget
if you
it
think you
exists.
have Rock of Ages.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a bootleg on YouTube of like the original cast with Jeremy Jordan.
And Chris Hardwick as the crazy dude, the
That's
rock
right,
star
Chris
guy.
Hardwick was.
Yeah.
God.
Chris Hardwick.
Man of many talents.
Man of many talents. That's it.
Nothing more.
Yeah. He was great on At Midnight. He does The Wall now. Have you guys seen The Wall?
I've seen the trailer for it.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Plinko. It's Plinko, but like it's dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny though.
Anyway, so yeah, find the bootleg of Rock of Ages if you're actually interested in it.
If you're a masochist.
If you're a masochist, it's not. Anyway, we're talking about
We're
Mamma
talking
Mia
about
and
Mamma
Rock
Mia.
of Ages.
There's so little to talk about.
There really is.
It's like a marshmallow.
Yeah.
A well-toasted marshmallow, but a marshmallow.
Yeah. I think it's kind of a marshmallow sitting there.
Well, it's colorful and bright enough, like...
A pink marshmallow.
Okay.
Covered in glitter.
A peep.
It's a peep. It's a marshmallow peep. This play is the marshmallow peep of musicals. It's, yeah.
Or does this mean we're going to have to start assigning food categories to musicals?
I think so.
Okay.
So, going back, let's see.
Pirate Queen was a bowl of oatmeal.
Pirate Queen is a bowl of oatmeal.
Phantom of the Opera?
Phantom of the Opera is an overdone steak.
Yeah.
I'd believe that.
Yeah, an overdone steak that's been like kind of rolled in gravel. I'm specifically describing Gerard Butler's voice, actually.
Greatest Showman is ice cream sundae.
An ice cream sundae with a suspicious hole in it. You're like, I don't know if someone put their dick in this, but I strongly suspect.
Dr. Horrible.
Froyo.
Okay, Froyo, yeah.
I mean, it's relevant, right?
I think that's it.
I think that's all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, but speaking of food, here's a metaphor for you. Imagine you're baking a cake, and sort of the plot and the structure and the characters are the cake part of the cake, and everything else is the frosting part of the cake. This Mamma Mia isn't so much a marshmallow as it is a plate of frosting.
Mm-hmm. It's a Twinkie.
I think the Twinkie is kind of overselling it.
Well, no, the Twinkie, it's like a Twinkie on the plate, and then there's enough frosting to make it look like a normal-sized cake.
Right, yeah, and then the Twinkie itself also contains frosting.
Yeah.
Well, food-grade plaster, but, it's close to frosting. Anyway, yeah, that's a good metaphor, because you're like, oh man, I think I just struck cake. Oh, it's more frosting.
It just struck
Like
cake.
you think there's gonna be something there, and you just keep digging and digging and digging, and your hands are covered in frosting, and you just
Yeah.
decide to give up and just let it sit there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's... The thing that really struck me was it's intensely surreal to be surrounded by people who you have nothing in common with. And I'm pretty sure that was the feeling that I felt at Mamma Mia. Just based on the audience reaction, like all the applause, all the laughing at the everything, I was like, did someone spike the punch? What's happening here?
Well, no, like last night when, like, there's the overture, and since you saw it, they added a big blue backdrop.
Okay.
Over, hiding the set, and it's just the little model of the island on the lift.
Yeah.
And, like, it went down, and the backdrop followed it into the hole. And it was a really cool effect.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, no one did anything, but then the lights changed, and everyone just went fucking crazy. I was just like, it's a light
lights.
change.
It's way easier than the set thing.
Yeah, like, I would have cheered at the set thing if other people had.
Yeah.
But anyway. People are easily entertained, and they don't want to think. Especially, they know they've come to see Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
And most people that I talked to had seen it before in some capacity. They'd seen it in Broadway, they'd seen it in London, seen it on tour, seen the movie.
Yeah, and that's even weirder for me, where it's like, I saw this plate of frosting, and I liked it so much I ordered another plate of frosting. And another, and the movie version of the plate of frosting. Plate of Frosting the movie, with Pierce Brosnan.
And Colin Firth.
And Colin Firth. And
Meryl Streep. And
Stellan
Dominic
Skarsgård,
Cooper.
right?
Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah, Dominic Cooper. Like, there's really talented people in that movie.
Yeah.
Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah, Amanda
she's good.
Seyfried, Julie Waters, Christine Baranski.
Yeah.
Like, it's got an A+ cast, and it is a just huge plate of frosting. It's a piece of fluff.
Yeah, which is fine if you want, like, a big comforting plate of frosting.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's something to be said for that. There
are worse things
There
you
are
could
worse
eat,
things you could eat. I mean,
think.
not if you like your teeth or your pancreas.
It's
Which
an
I'm not
occasional
super attached to my
indulgence.
pancreas,
It's an occasional indulgence. Like, I've seen it twice. I might go see it a third time if, like, a friend really wants to.
Yeah.
Because I get,
But, like,
things.
the fact that it's the top grossing musical of all time, that part is the part that really, like, weirds me out. Because it's like...
Les Mis has been running consistently for 35 years? movies.
And don't get me wrong, I have my problems with Les Mis too, but at least it's got something kind of going on. There's cake on that plate. It's really bitter cake. It's
No,
cake
just
that someone forgot the
cake.
sugar.
Cake filled with salt.
Yeah, it's salty cake. And then, Phantom. I also have my problems with Phantom, but that's probably a better cake.
Yeah. Phantom's 30 years old this year.
Yeah, and Mamma Mia started in 1999, and it's the top grossing musical of all time. It is the Transformers of musicals. It is.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
They keep making more, and I'm really not sure who it's for, but they keep making money. So
And
I guess they're
people
going to
keep
keep,
buying
and
it.
people keep buying it, and people keep. Well, I guess people don't really keep complaining about Mamma Mia. It's just me. I'm the Charlton Heston at the end of Soylent Green going, Mamma Mia is frosting! But yeah. And now apparently Transformers, they're going to shift into doing small character-focused movies. Well, smaller, more character-focused movies. So that's fun. Sidebar about Transformers, apparently. Wait, Transformers the musical, is that a thing?
Not
No.
on Broadway.
Dang.
I mean, it sounds like something Star Kid would write.
Yeah.
I love Star Kid.
Yeah,
by the
Star
way.
Kid's good. Go see Star Kid.
Like any of their productions, they
Yeah.
did the Harry Potter musical. They did Firebringer, Holy Musical Batman, Oregon Trail the musical,
Or wasn't it The Trail to Oregon?
The Trail to Oregon.
Because
yeah.
Oregon Trail is still copywritten.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Aladdin.
yeah. Twisted,
Twisted.
the
Yeah,
Untold Story of the Royal Vizier,
yeah. Jafar, which is great.
which is really good.
It's a lot of fun, and it also has some points to make about
And we'll do those in a
stuff.
separate podcast.
We'll do those separately. We should do the
We should
Star
do
It's a
Kid
show
series
for
of
another
Star Kids.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll do a series on Star Kid at some point.
but it's difficult to kind of keep on topic with Mamma Mia when there's just so
little of it.
there. Yeah, funny thing, I applaud colorblind casting. It's a thing in the theater world.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was really funny. I was like, "Who's my dad?" And she's like Lily White, and one of the dads is Filipino.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it, that's good, but it was kind of funny to me. I had to find my own fun.
Well, no, and I had that thought too, and it's just like, I love it, and I love Paolo Montalban, who's Filipino.
He's good. He's a nice guy. I took pictures at the stage door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My face did a weird thing, so no one will ever see that photo. But he was delightful, and also very pretty.
Yes.
He's a pretty man.
Yeah, like I'm Ace, he's pretty.
I'm straight. He's pretty.
Yeah. Well, remember, you also have a thing for Hugh Jackman.
Who doesn't have a thing for Hugh Jackman?
I mean, fair.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. I'm not saying I have a thing for Hugh Jackman, but I'm saying if it was a cold night,
You'd share your sleeping bag.
The Outback,
You'd share your sleeping bag.
as long as he said snicked beforehand.
Okay.
Okay, so we should rate this thing. Lane, if you're not, I'm sure you're not aware, because we're a rinky-dink Mickey Mouse organization, but we have a twofold rating system. Okay. One is how well you think, how good you think it was technically, everything from scripting to
execution,
production design and acting and singing and all that. That's one, and then the other one is how did it make you feel?
Okay.
And
these are scales of 1 to 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 to 10 because we're not especially original. So, would either of you like to go first, or should I?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So technically, I gotta script and plot being their own thing. Technicality of this,
Maybe we should have a threefold rating system.
yeah.
Let's up it to 3. Scripting and plotting and character and stuff, and then technical production of the production that we
Technical
saw,
execution,
and then how it made you feel.
and then how it made you feel.
All
Okay.
right, this is going to get more complicated. Eventually, we're going to have the ratings grid.
It's a chart, and it's all color coded.
Yeah, roll D100 to see what your opinion was.
So scripting and plot and everything, 3 out of 10. Technical execution of everything, 9 out of 10. Everyone did really well with what they were given.
Yep.
And it was beautiful. The set was beautiful. The actors are super pretty. Everyone sings quite well. And then how it made me feel, I'm gonna go with the second time, because I was sober when I saw it the second time. 6 out of 10. Like, it was happy. I was able to be in the moment and be like, this is fun, this is ABBA music, this is colorful. I can, arrest my inner critic and be 5 for an hour.
Fair. All right. Lane, would you like to go? Or should
Okay.
I?
Okay, so script and character and all that fun stuff. Oh, God. Probably, once again, a 3 out of 10. I feel like with this show, there isn't anything there, but if you really, really, really wanted to dig into certain lines and certain things that happen in the show, there is something there. If you really, really wanted to spend some time trying to convince me, even when I probably wouldn't believe you in the first place. So there's that. Technicality of the show itself, production, acting, all that stuff, definitely 9.5 out of 10. These guys did incredible with what they have, the little of it that's there, and all of that is great and wonderful. In terms of how it made me feel, oh God, why is this so hard? Probably, 6.5 out of 10, if I'm allowed to use half numbers.
You can use half numbers.
Yeah. Just because it's fun. And that's kind of the only word I have to describe this show. It is fun with a capital N. It is there, and when you're sitting in the theater looking at fun dancing and glitter and bright lights and ABBA music, it's there. I don't really have to feel anything else. It's just fun, and I get to enjoy myself on a level for a couple of hours. And then it's over.
Fair. And
then I don't really have to think about much else of it afterwards. It happened, and it's done, and we go on to the next thing.
Okay, I'll buy that. I'm actually going to toe the party line and say 3 out of 10 for story and scripting, because it has a plot. It kind of makes sense. It flows. It's an idiot plot, but it's there. Technical execution, I'm going to go with 7 out of 10. Sometimes, the one that I saw, sometimes the jokes didn't land. Sometimes they were kind of, they stumbled over their words a bit, which is fine. It's a preview. It's opening. It's not even opening night. And the sets are cool. And yeah. How it made me feel. 1.5. I'm serious. I smiled 5 times during the show. I can see the fun aspect, but it's not for me. I get my fun. I get my kicks above the waistline, sunshine. Nope, that was weird. That was an out of place chess reference. Sorry about that. That didn't work. Yeah, so it just, I was kind of beat over the head with how pointless all of it was. It kind of, I felt like, why am I here? I could be doing other things. And it kind of made me existentially uncomfortable because of all the reactions that it was getting. And I was like, am I wrong? Everyone else is reacting in this way. Am I not reacting correctly?
No, being fair, when I saw it with you, the only times I was applauding, it was just to be polite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it made me feel bad. It really did. Also, this is a quick sidebar here. Can we talk about drink pricing at plays?
Oh God, yeah.
Because I spent $50 for
2 whiskeys and 2 beers.
2 shots of whiskey, and 2 beers. That's insane. That's worse than a baseball game.
Yeah.
That's really something. I guess,
bring a hip flask.
Yeah, bring a hip flask. If you're going to Mamma Mia, bring a hip flask and some insulin. Because you're going to need it because of all the frosting.
And if you have one of those wine bras, that wouldn't go amiss.
Yeah, the wine rack.
Yep.
Yeah, or the beer gut.
Yeah. Or the whiskey bangle. There's a bracelet that you can fill with whiskey. And...
But if you're doing that, it looks like you're sucking on your own wrist. It's are you some weird,
No, the point is it's just
self-harming
there.
vampire?
And then you, go into the bathroom and just...
Oh, yeah, you go into the bathroom and just,
chug a flask full of whiskey from
People
around your
will
wrist.
invent anything.
Yeah. What about, whiskey shoes with, tubes going up?
They have a backpack for that.
Yeah.
Fair. I think taking your backpack into the play is probably one of the more suspicious things you can do, though.
Not actually.
No.
Like, I've walked in with my backpack multiple times.
Oh, do they?
Like, they might ask to check it at the door.
Yeah, which is like, hey,
But-
can I check this? And you open it up, and it's just like,
A Camelback full of whiskey.
yeah. No, I was just thinking like a full-on, like, one of those 1.75 liter bottles of Jack. And like, no, better still, like gin and vermouth and a cocktail shaker and a martini glass.
See, if you know the door person.
Yeah, they'd probably be like, can you hook me up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, next time, like, there's going to be a fluff show that I make you come see. I have connections that allow me to get cheap tickets.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I will warn you to bring a hip flask. Like, if I make you come see Kiss Me Kate.
Oh, God.
I like Kiss Me Kate, though. That's the thing. I've seen Kiss Me Kate. That is a play.
It's Cole Porter.
It's Cole Porter, and it has, like, a plot and things to say, and, like, it comments on sexual politics.
Yeah.
There's something there. This one, as far as I can tell, the point of this musical is we got the rights to ABBA songs, let's make a musical.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm not treading new ground here when I say that if you're telling a story, you should have a point or, like, something to say.
Something
In the
different
story?
to say.
Yeah.
I think it's something different, just something, like, any sort of, like, not necessarily even a moral, but, like, a theme. But I think they were trying to have a theme with,
Yeah.
like, family.
There is a very faint thread of something about family and something about, oh God, what word am I looking for? But there is something in the concept of Sophie's need to know who her father is and her disregarding her mother and everything that she's done. And there is something there, but that's not why this show was written
No.
and not why it's there.
Yeah. And, like, you can make a good movie or a good musical out of just about anything. Sometimes you need to, like, rip its spine out, Mortal Kombat style and do some real reconstructive work.
And then there's Honeymoon in Vegas.
And then there's Honeymoon in Vegas. Like, hey, let's make a musical about that. It's like, oh, what's that? Oh, it's
A Nicolas Cage and James Caan movie.
yeah, it's basically Indecent Proposal, the comedy.
Because everything needs to be a musical.
Yeah. And
Well,
all musicals are adaptations, don't you know?
Yeah. If I recall for Honeymoon in Vegas, so another quick sidebar, it was written on a dare. It was like Jason Robert Brown and a couple other composers, I think Lin Miranda was involved, were drunk, and one of them said, I bet you can't write a musical based on this movie, and Jason Robert Brown said, watch me.
Yeah.
And then he did.
And he did.
And he did.
And
it had Rob McClure and Tony Danza.
honestly, To Win a Bet seems like a better version, like a better reason to make a play than, well, we got the rights to this band.
That's fair.
Yeah, like, but hold on, Benny and Bjorn, how are they involved? Did they, like, write any of the book, or did they just have their names on the thing?
They just had their names on the thing, and they cameoed in the movie.
Cool, I guess. All right.
Anyway, we're beating a dead horse.
We're beating
now,
a dead
I feel
horse.
Like.
A dead frosting-covered horse. It's like,
Poor thing.
just digging down in the frosting, expecting to find cake. Oh, it's a horse.
And now I'm just imagining a plastic My Little Pony underneath all of this frosting. Don't ask me why.
That's what we call
That
it,
works.
choking hazard. Yep.
That works, though.
Yeah, it does work, because that's, yeah, it's sparkly and shiny, and you'll get, like, fibers stuck in your teeth. All right. So, yeah, this has been an exceptionally rambly episode of Let's Put on a Show with Rob.
And Saebre?
And Lane.
And, yeah. Do you remember our sign-off?
Vaguely.
All right. Do your best.
This has been Let's Put on a Show. Go break some legs.
Yeah.
You're not going to do the baby bird?
No, I'm not going to do the baby bird. They can figure it out themselves. I'm not going to do the baby bird for them. Baby birds. Let's Put on a Show is a production of Blood and Thunder Publications, all rights reserved. Our intro and outro music is Ragamama by Purple Planet Music. And if you have issues with our opinions on Mamma Mia, I invite you to look within. If you legitimately like Mamma Mia for reasons that are your own, I mean, what we say, or specifically what I say, shouldn't bother you. And, I respect your opinion. You as a person. You can make your own decisions. But if what I say bothers you because it conflicts with what you think, maybe you should think about why you think what you think, right? Right. Okay. I'm just gonna end there. So have a good day, everyone.